But my greatest thanks again goes out to all of you for showing up here. You guys are proof positive that Scott Brown resonated so strongly here in Abington, Whitman, and East Bridgewater. I don't know if you know the numbers, but he carried the district 69% to 30%. Right. You did. You carried the district. And what that means is, for every one person that accepts the status quo of the way the state is run right now, there was more than 2 people, and I'm going to repeat that. For every one person that thinks that everything's fine on Beacon Hill, there was more than 2 of you that said that taxes are too high, there's too much corruption on Beacon Hill and in politics, and that hardworking families and children and seniors are going to continue to lose services unless the cost of government and payroll and patronage decrease. So thank you for carrying Scott Brown into office. It was a hard campaign that he ran. He was one of the strongest candidates I've ever seen, physically, mentally, he's tough, and it was really, like everybody said, you who put him in office. So thank you for that. So like Scott Brown, I'm here to say no more. I'm here tonight to announce that I'm running for the office of State Representative for the 7th Plymouth District. And I'm asking for your vote, your support, and I know that we're going to be successful in this. Because, as somebody mentioned, Michael, I think Sullivan said, I'm about halfway through this thing. I've never seen such good response going door to door and talking to every one of you about what you see as the future. And I really think we are going to be able to do this, so that's good. Just as a background, I know some of you want to know, do I have the capability to do this? Well, I work for a sign company, sure. But in that capacity, I actually negotiate over $1 million worth of business every year. And through that, I've contracted with small businesses, union labor, and I know there's a lot of people that take a lot of pride in this Commonwealth for the work that they do. And here in Whitman, I'm on the Finance Committee. And I see the pride shown by the department heads when they try to patch together these budgets that we're given, budgets that the state says are level funded, but we all know that means a shortfall because they don't factor in the cost of living, the state, except when they need their legislative pay raises, of course. So, excuse me, most impacted, we see are the schools, and I'm the liaison to the Whitman-Hanson Regional School District. And I know they wish they could just deal with level funding, but the state continues to hit them with underfunded mandates, and they're patching their holes with money that's supposed to be used for job stimulus, and really it's just trying to keep things from falling apart for our kids' education. So I've been asked to be a member of the 5-year strategic planning team, and I hope to provide a lot of insight, but as well, I want to learn a lot about what we can do better as a state and make sure that we can put more in for the greatest investment we have, which is our future of our children and their education. I have 2 daughters who I love dearly, and I want nothing more than to allow them to have the same opportunities that I've had to succeed. You all have families, so you know that the stakes can't be any higher right now. Last summer, going door to door, I saw parents that were struggling to afford sending their kids to private schools because they don't feel the public schools can adequately provide attention due to class size because of school closings. I've met seniors that are dealing with medications costs that have tripled in just a 2-year span. I met working couples that are having to spend more time away from their family than with them, all because they're just trying to keep food on the table and still keep up with the cost of health care, taxes, and fees, and anything else the government's wringing out of them. And I've also met, sorry about my voice, I met small business owners having to lay people off because of the cost to produce and sell and transport goods in Massachusetts, which has gone up because of the 25% increase, all to raise $1 billion, and a lot of that money's just gone right over the border instead of keeping people employed here in Massachusetts. So I'm going to wrap it up. It's time to bring real reform here to Beacon Hill. It's time for new voices to make smart choices for our future, and your choice can't be any clearer on Election Day. I'm the candidate that's running to lower taxes, end corruption on Beacon Hill, restore the funds back to our towns, and get people back to work. It's as simple as that. And with your help, we're going to make that happen on November 2nd. So I know we've got some great governor's candidates to hear from. I just want to wrap it up by saying that, again, as everybody's reiterated, I can't do this without you, though. I mean, we're halfway there. We've only got a few more months to go. I think you all may have seen that there's nomination forms. If you're from the 3 towns, please feel free, please sign them because I need as many signatures as possible. There's volunteer cards on the tables if you're able to make it for events or door-to-door or sign holding. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on. We got a parade in a month, the St. Patty's Parade. There's going to be a lot of really fun things to go along here, but it is going to be a lot of hard work, and I need everybody's help. And most importantly, of course, I need as much money as possible. It's a $500 maximum donation allowable, so see what you guys can do. That'd be great. And then one other thing I do want to mention, Pat Kelly, who started tonight out by talking about Mass General Institute for Neurological Disorder. It's a very, very worthy cause. It does touch, the research they're doing touches 4 different diseases, and I've done the math with people. It should just about touch everybody's in the family in this room based on those 4 diseases. So please take some literature. Please talk to Pat. He can tell you more about it. I'll try to tell you more about what I know, and I think it's a very worthy cause. Anyway, that's it. Let's hear from the governor's candidates, and thank you all for coming out.